Howdy, my name is David. I'm a KOK-PLAY Frontier from the Genesis Group, and today I'm going to give you guys some KOK-PLAY news. Right here, KOK-COIN got listed by BYBIT, alright? And there's some good news here. KOK is pleased to announce its newest listing. Following the listing on ZB.com this month, KOK has been listed on global exchange BYBIT. From May 20th, the KOK-USDT pair can be traded by BYBIT or traded BYBIT. Additionally, there will be an event being held from May 19th to June 3rd to commemorate the listing, where those who deposit KOK into BYBIT wallet within the period can receive up to 1,670 coins. That's a lot of, or KOK coins. KOK's BYBIT listing and event announcement can be found through the link below. And let's see, BYBIT is a Singapore-based exchange established in 2018. It is one of the world's top 10 derivatives exchanges that offers a variety of spot futures trading with excellent stability and fast processing without overloads. KOK is delighted to continue announcing its listing on major global exchanges. KOK can now be traded on a total of 8 global exchanges: BYBIT, ZB.com, KuCoin, Gate.io, Big Global, Indodex, which is Indonesia's biggest exchange. KuCoin, I think, is a top 5 exchange in the world. ZBG and Bitrix Global. All right. KOK-COIN will continue to make transactions more smooth and convenient for its members. And so, and let's see, make a deposit and share a 16,700 KOK prize pool. So yeah, I just to support KOK-PLAY, I did make an account on BYBIT, and I did send some KOK coins there. I just did it to support. Yeah. But here, what I want you guys to look at is, you see, just recently, like KOK-COIN got listed on BYBIT, got listed on ZB.com. It's got margin trading on KuCoin, and it even got listed on Crypto.com. Now there's a wallet listing. Okay, you can't trade yet, but I would imagine you will be able to trade later. But what I like about the fact that KOK-COIN, there's a wallet for KOK-COIN on Crypto.com is this. I watch UFC. I used to fight amateur. I actually had a 3-0 record as an amateur, and yeah, I like to watch UFC because I actually fought, right? And so I enjoy it as a sport. But if you look at UFC, like, yeah, Crypto.com, okay, and so, you know, a lot of people watch UFC. All right, a lot of people watch UFC. UFC brings in some entertainers, and there's one of them, Conor McGregor, right? Um, and you know, entertainers who hype up fights will get a lot of attention, and so obviously UFC, and you know, you have some legendary fights. All right, with like Justin Gage and Tony Ferguson, yeah. So when they walk out, you see Crypto.com, or you might even see it in the Octagon. And so that's, you know, Crypto.com is very big. It's growing. It's growing. And the fact that KOK got listed on crypto.com, even though it's not for trading yet, but there's a wallet listing there, it does say a lot. It does say a lot about KOK-COIN, that the fact that you have exchanges that, they list KOK-COIN for trading, and also even crypto.com, at least they have a wallet for KOK-COINs. It does say a lot that KOK-COIN is growing. Is growing. A lot of exchanges will want coins because they see that people are buying coins, that they see that the project is worth adding on to all the other projects that they have on their exchanges, because they see that there's value to the projects and it'll bring in that community to their exchange. And so, they bring it to their exchange. And you see BYBIT, probably work something out with KOK-COIN where they're trying to bring a lot of the community, the KOK community, to that exchange by giving out a prize pool, right? And I'm sure there'll be something also in it for KOK-COIN as a platform. And that does say a lot about the growth. It says a lot that, some of these exchanges, they don't just put any coins or projects. Okay, they like to go through them to make sure they're legit. All right, just like how KOK-COIN, well, not for, or Medium, I'm sorry, it's 2:18 in the morning. It's been a long one. They're working with Busan, the city of Busan, and they have MOUs with a bank in Busan. Like, you have luxury brands that were spending money to advertise on the platform. It really just, it says a whole lot that, um, one, the higher ups like Mr. Cho and everyone that's involved in the administrative side, like, they know, they have contacts, not just in the business world, but also in the government. And that's why, they're getting government support. Okay. And also, they're working on contents where they have exclusive rights to the contents. And remember, I went through this again, but when you have exclusive rights where only your platform, which is your economy, because that is the economy where people are using the currency of the platform to purchase products and services, or and contents, using only KOK-COINs, then you give intrinsic value to the coins, because it's only through those coins that you have exclusive, you have the ability to purchase products and services, contents that is exclusively belonging to the platform, or yeah. And also, when KOK-COINs continue to get added to these additional exchanges, once again, you're adding intrinsic value, because now your KOK-COINs have more utility cases for trading in different platforms. Okay, so the more that your coins can actually be used, rather it's on platforms, exchanges, to buy products outside the platform, then once again, you're adding more intrinsic value, more value to the coins, which makes it more valuable because it gives people, it'll make more people want to buy the coins to use because they feel more comfortable with it. All right, and the previous video I made, you see that the new president, incumbent president of Korea, South Korea, President Yoon, he is trying to be crypto friendly. See, a lot of times what you have to consider is like what makes cryptocurrencies sometimes a scary investment is the government that they're in, because if governments changes laws or they become anti-crypto, well, the project's going to suffer. It's a risky bet. But when you have a government that's crypto supportive, then that makes the institutional investors and whales feel safer, and other investors feel safer into buying the currency. You see what I'm saying? Like, why is, you look at the US dollar, um, why do people buy US dollars from different countries? They buy US dollar because it is the international, is everything's backed by the US dollar, right? Other currencies are backed by the US dollar. And also the United States government, it is not only the world's biggest economy, but also has the world's biggest, strongest military. And so you have the most expensive corporations, companies in America. It's the biggest economy. It is the world's reserve currency. And also, to me, one of the key factors is it has the biggest, strongest, badass military currently right now in the world. And so that brings stability where people feel comfortable and safe into buying US dollars, US treasuries, or buying US stocks, right? Stocks, companies in the stock market, S&P 500, Nasdaq, whatever, right? So that's why national currencies have value, because they're backed by governments, and governments make laws. And not only do they make laws, but they have a military, a police force that basically makes sure government has the power in its own country, right? They execute the laws, rather it gets changed one way or another. Now, and governments have their own economy. Okay? Now, thing about crypto economies is, yes, you have like governance, right? You like K Stadium. However, because it is a company that made its own ecosystem with its own currency for its platforms, is still under the jurisdiction of your government. See, like KOK-PLAY, the platform, or anything, Ethereum, or any of these other cryptocurrencies with their platforms that they use, at the end of the day, they are under the control of the government that they reside in. As of a government of a country, they make the rules. That's why their currencies tend to be more stable. People feel more comfortable using it, right? And so if the government changes one rule this way or that way, it really does affect if you really want to continue to hold the currency of cryptocurrency, because you don't know. You just don't know. However, because South Korea is the current president is crypto friendly, and they're trying to hurry up and make rules and some basic regulations to make the growth of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies more stable and give it a more solid foundation. That's what's going to attract more investors, because then they see stability because it has government backing. Plus, Korea, was the 10th biggest economy last year. And so when you factor those things in, obviously that's going to help the growth of KOK-PLAY. All right, and also KOK-PLAY is working on exclusive contents, services, and whatnot. And why is that important? Why is it important to have exclusive contents that you can't get anywhere else but the platform, and you can only use the currency of the platform, which is the economy? Okay, that's really supposed to be the token economy. The token economy, the KOK-PLAY, the KOK-COIN economy is supposed to be people using the currency for the services, for the products, for the contents within the platform, and wherever else that you can use the tokens outside the platform. Okay, I understand a lot of people just come in and they'll invest in the KOK-COINs or all these other coins because they just want to get rich. It's not really to even use the services that it's for. Lots of people buy Ethereum. They have no intention to actually use the service that Ethereum provides, where you can make your own coins or your own dApps and all of that. They have no intentions of it. They just buy a coin or a token, hoping that they can sell it high at a higher price, and then use fiat currencies issued by their government wherever they live at. As of really the point of these currencies, these token currencies or coin currencies, is for you to use it on the ecosystem, on the platforms. Okay, but that's not the case for, I would say more than 90% of, more than, well, probably well over 90%. It could be 95, 96, 97, 98%, who knows, but it's a high percentage that most people are just in it to buy and sell later, not to actually use it within the economy, the platform. But why is it important, again, to have exclusive contents and services? Well, I'll show you. Why is it important? So, you had all these sanctions on Russia. But if you look at Russia to the US dollar, especially in the past month, Russia has been gaining. How is it that the United States and Europe sanctioned Russia, and yet the ruble, which it did crash initially, went to all-time highs? The ruble, now not to the US dollar, but the ruble really bounced back, is at a 1-year all-time high against the dollar. Now let's look at the ruble to the euro. At one point, it was at a 5-year high. Okay, look at this. It's beyond a 1-year high. At the peak, it was at a 5-year high. Right? Why? How is it that the whole world wanted to sanction Russia? Well, not the whole world, but yet the ruble was at at its peak at a 5-year high to a lot of currencies. How is that possible? I mean, look at the US dollar to the euro. Okay, 5-year high. Look at the US dollar to the won, 5-year high. But yet the ruble was gaining and strengthening against the dollar, which means it had even a bigger parabolic move against the euro and the won, because the euro was gaining on the dollar when the dollar is gaining on all the other currencies. How is that possible? Because Russia has products that even when you sanction them, people will have to use the ruble to buy those products, which is what? Gas and oil, right? At first, Russia was saying, okay, you would use the US dollar. You would, if you're in India, you would buy Russian gas and oil. Or if you're Germany and all these other countries around the world, you'll buy it using the dollar as a median currency. But when the US government prevented that from happening, Well, Russia just said, okay, you want to buy our products, our, gas, our oil, then you will have to use the ruble. And believe it or not, India and other countries, even Europe, even America, continue to buy Russian gas and oil because they needed them. And a lot of countries, rather they like it or not a lot, but the ones that are buying it, they're buying it in rubles. And so even when the US and a whole region of the world want to sanction a country when they have products or services that is really needed, that's like, obviously it's not exclusive, other countries have it, but it's really needed. Even when you sanction it, if they just say, hey, you have to buy it using our currency, the currency strengthen, it'll go up because it's needed. Well, now here, Korea is trying to, not Korea, but KOK-PLAY is working on making exclusive products, contents, services. Well, what will that do when, eventually the content or service products, something is really needed, everybody likes it, but it's exclusive? What do you think is going to happen to KOK-COIN? It's going to fly to the sky, right? I mean, maybe it could, okay? But it adds intrinsic value, right? And it's not like you're going to see sanctions against KOK-COINs like you see on ruble. You see what happened to the Russian ruble. I just showed you guys. And that's with sanctions. Here, there's no sanctions, right? Because you have an open government, a real recognized government that's crypto friendly, that's trying to make a foundation through law to support blockchain technology and cryptocurrency backed platforms. You guys understand? Now, okay, it's 22. All right. I'm going to show you this one last thing though. K Stadium has, let's say, about 53 million KOK-COINs. Okay. And let's say, I don't know how many people staked into KOK-PLAY. Or not how many, but how many coins are staked into KOK-PLAY. But let's just say 150 million. I don't know. I really don't know. So 53 million plus 103 million. I would imagine it's like 3 times more. I don't know. I just don't know. So I don't know. Let's just say it's 200 million. And, on average, let's say people bought it. On average, I don't know. I'm just showing you guys something. I'm just giving you ballpark figures, okay? People bought it for $2.50. That's $500 million, yeah? But there's 5 billion coins. You understand? Granted, KOK-COIN's burning coins, but I also heard maybe they might mint more coins, or I really don't know. I really don't know. I gotta go over that, but let's say, okay, there's 200 million KOK-COINs that were, staked or invested, and maybe the average price for them was at $2. Okay, let's just say, so that's 200 million, $2 divided by 5 billion, because originally there were 5 billion coins, right? Granted, they're burning them, but I'm just saying that's 8 cents, right? Because what I want to explain to you is a lot of coins granted, we continue to buy them and stake them or invest in them, and granted, KOK-PLAY, the company, they hold a good portion of the coins too. But you have to remember the institutional investors and the whales, they bought up a lot of KOK-COINs. They bought up a whole lot of KOK-COINs. More than whatever you think is in, a lot more than what's in this pool, and a lot more than what was staked in. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, because we're in a bear market and a lot of this trading is just through bots, it's software programming. If you don't know that by now, if you're like, no, it's not through software programming, then I know you're a rookie. You're like, you're wet behind your ears. I mean, you're just a green light on your face. Like, you're a rookie. You don't comprehend how this really works. I've been through this. Okay, I've been through this. I know. You're gonna find out the hard way. And I mean, just look at the trading pairs, and it's amazing how, if you look at just how the numbers can shift from thousands to 2000s, all of a sudden like this ain't human. We don't trade like this. This is software bot trading. All right. And you're going to find out if you think I'm wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. And remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. I'm giving you reasons why, like why I continue to stake in, not just sell out and come back later, or just whatever. Because I see that KOK-PLAY, they're really working on something to really add value and add intrinsic value. And the fact that, you see it getting on different exchanges, you see they're working, they're signing MOUs left and right. I mean, KOK-PLAY's really working on just building a good solid foundation. This is just the beginning. It's far from over on the project in itself. But why I wanted to show you this is because, yeah, I do expect KOK-COIN, just like the whole market, okay, to get dragged down. I do expect prices to get dragged. Like, just, it's going to hurt people's feelings. All right? If you think what happened to Bitcoin right now on a weekly from 69,000 going to, 28,000 is bad, it's going to get worse. And if you think KOK-COIN going from $7 down to 70 cents, 71 cents, you ain't seen none yet. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, you haven't seen none yet. It's not over. That's what I'm saying. So keep that in mind. Heck, it can even go lower than even 8 cents. It can, is a possibility. And the reason why it could be a possibility is because prices are set by the market. Buyers and sellers set the price. I'm going to say it again. Buyers and sellers set the price. The price that you buy something for is only the price at the time, is not the forever price. Like gold and silver, I hold gold and silver. I bought gold and silver. I bought silver back when it was like $15. I had gold because, Korean culture. My sons have plenty of gold because of their 1 year party. And was it 3 month, the 100-day party and 1 year party. So my older son really has lots of gold. My younger son, I bought a lot of silver for him is what it was, but I bought lots of silver back when it was $15. Gold, my sons have gold. And the time at the time that we bought whatever gold or silver, that doesn't set the forever price. That's just the price between buyers and sellers. And so even let's say you had just for example, let's say there was 100 million tons of gold, and 50 million tons of gold was bought at $2,000. Okay, on average, 50 million tons of gold was bought at $2,000, and so is in the vaults of banks or people's homes, and yet there's still another 50 million tons of gold left. Well, in the market of buyers and sellers, if there's not enough buyers but a bunch of people are selling because the people who already hold 50 million tons of gold decides not to buy at all, what can happen is the sellers can push down the price of gold where it goes under $1,000. But yet, even if you bought 50 million tons of gold on average of $2,000, and there's still another 50 million tons of gold left out there to buy, then the average cost should be $1,000. Correct? Yeah, but here's the thing, the dollar and gold is not pegged to each other. And so, once again, the market of buyers and sellers create the current price of any good, currency, products, services. So once again, that example of gold where, yeah, 50 million tons of gold was, let's say, bought on the average of $2,000. But if the other 50 million tons of gold where the sellers are stronger than the buyers, it can make the price of gold go further down $1,000, but it can even, shoot it down 500 or less. It can do that because it's the market of buyers and sellers that set the price. All right, that's how it goes. Same with Bitcoin. You could have had a bunch of people buy at the top, but at the end of the day, if the people on the top that bought it chooses not to buy anymore because the sellers, the whales, the institutional investors with their software bot trading decides to push the prices down, it doesn't matter the average of what people bought it for. What matters is the current price of buyers and sellers. Why? Because they, I hate to say it, I don't want to get banned off YouTube, but it's manipulation. They're manipulating the price. Okay? And can that happen to KOK-COIN? Absolutely, that can happen to KOK-COIN. Because what sets the price of KOK-COIN? Buyers and sellers, the market of buyers and sellers. Okay, and so if there's no longer enough buyers, but the whales that hold the coins that bought it all up decides to push it down, push it down, push it down, even under breaking down 25 cents, breaking down 13 cents, like that, it can do that because the market sets the trend, not the overall average of what it was bought for. That's how pricing works. That's the fundamentals of economics of how pricing works. And that's why with investors, like I say, a lot of people will say it, a lot of this stuff is manipulated. It's manipulated. So, I don't want to get banned for saying it's 100% fact. It's just my opinion. It's manipulated. Okay? And you can see just looking at this, the way it's getting traded and how the numbers can fluctuate the way it does, that it's a manipulated market. Just my opinion. All right, but I'm trying to tell you, if you see prices go further down, don't get your feelings hurt. Expect it. And that's why, once again, and whenever I do my KOK-COIN market updates, I tell you, besides Coke coins, I'm out. I'm just holding, stable coins and just enjoying the ride down because I've seen it before. But I'm trying to explain to you how that works. Market sets the price. I told you what could be a overall average price for Coke coins because there were 5 billion coins. After showing you, how many coins were bought and put into the community pool or staked into KOK-PLAY, but still, buyers and sellers in the market sets the price, not what was bought on the average price of the past. Okay. So I hope y'all learned a lot. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, share this with a friend so you can learn a thing or two. And everyone, please stay physically healthy, exercise, eat right, spiritually, mentally healthy. Now's a great time to find God. Because things are not looking so well. Yeah, and you want to prepare for inflation, food shortages, all of that. All right, praying for y'all in Jesus' name. And yeah, God bless y'all. Please surround yourself with a good community, with good people, because this is a time where you think 2020 was bad, 2021 was bad, but 2022 this year's going to be bad, 2023 is going to be bad, 2024 going into that will be bad, but things will probably turn around towards the end of 2024 or into 2025. That's just what I see. Okay, just letting y'all know. All right, love you guys. God bless y'all. Coke on.